For this song, you want to have your guitar in standard tuning with a capo on the 4th fret to play it like the studio version. He has a video of him playing it live, and he puts the capo on the 5th fret because he's tuned half step down. Either way, it's going to sound the same. Only uses 4 chords. Those are going to be E minor 7, C add 9, G, and then D. And the strumming pattern is pretty much the same throughout the entire song. There are a couple exceptions, but it's going to be down, down, up, down, up. So the chords are also played in that order, so once you get the strumming pattern down, you can play pretty much the entire song, but I'm going to go a little more in depth in a little bit. So it's going to sound like this for the most part. Now, in the studio version, he does a few embellishments with hammer-ons and pull-offs with each of these chords in different areas. I'm going to show you how to do those because I think that makes those chords that are really simple sound just a little more interesting. So, starting with that E minor, if you do the first down strum with the A and the D string open and hammer on to the 2nd fret, you'll get the same sound he does in his live version. So it's still going to be down, down, up, down, up. But you just do that hammer on that first down strum. Now when he switches to C add 9, he does the hammer on the 2nd down strum. So you're still going to do down, down, up, but on the 2nd down strum, you're going to hammer on from the open D string to the 2nd fret. Then he switches to G, and on the G, he does the hammer on the open A to the 2nd fret A. He does it on the 1st down strum. And then the D chord, he switches up a little bit. Sounds like this. So there's one extra up strum in there. What he's doing, he's going down, down, up, and on the up strum, he's going to hammer on the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret of the high E string. And then he's going to finish off up, down, up. So when you put all those together, it sounds like this. So like I said, those extra hammer-ons, pull-offs just make the chords sound more interesting. So you can pretty much play the entire song now, with the exception of the bridge. I'll show you that in a second. But I do want to make a couple notes. On the verses, when you're doing that same strumming pattern, you don't need to do all the hammer-ons, pull-offs, but you should do the palm muting if you want it to sound like him. So on your picking hand, the outside part of your palm goes right over the strings over here, and you're going to do the same strums. And it's going to sound like this. Don't be fooled by the whispers of the winds from the north. They'll just leave you where you lay, broken, beaten on the floor. So you're doing the same strumming pattern, just palm muted. And I should also mention that even though the chord progression itself doesn't change, the strumming pattern on the 2nd time around you do the progression for each of these verses does. All that changes is the D chord at the end is just one simple down strum and you let it ring out. For example, the first part of the verse is don't be fooled by the whispers of the winds from the north. That gets the whole strumming pattern. They'll just leave you where you lay, broken, beaten on the floor. That part only gets one down strum, and you let it ring out. That's going to be true for the choruses as well. Now the bridge starts out with just a few down strums on the first 3 chords, but after you get to the D, you start picking out each of them. So I'll play a portion of it and then show you how to pick it out. When we grow old, we'll find love in every single place. I'll put your flowers in a picture, 'cause I can't find a vase. So again, first 3 chords, E minor, down strum, let it ring out, C add 9, down strum, let it ring out, G, down strum, let it ring out. When you get to the D, this is where the picking starts. Down strum, and then you're going to pick the 2nd fret of the high E string, 3rd fret B, 2nd fret G, and then back up to the 3rd fret B. So you're walking up, back down, and then back to the 3rd fret of the B. Now Now that pattern is going to be pretty similar for the other chords, just on different strings. So then we're going to repeat the chord progression, starting with the E minor 7. You're going to do a down strum. Now I just do the down strum on the top 4 strings, or bottom 4 strings, however you want to refer to them. E, A, D, G. And then I'm going to pluck the 3rd fret of the B, open G, 2nd fret D, and then back to the open G. So I'm not strumming the whole chord, just those 4 strings. Switch to the C at 9, you're going to strum down. Again, this time I just do the A, D, and G string, and then 3rd fret B, open G, 2nd fret D, 3rd, open G. G, we're gonna strum again, this half, then back up to B, G, D, G. And when we get back to D, we're just gonna do a down strum. So this one doesn't get the picking that it did at the start. So all together, it's gonna sound like this. And that's how you play the bridge. Everything else is the same. Alright guys, that does it for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Consider liking and subscribing if you learned something. I also want to let you know that all of my tabs are available on my website for free. It's danielchaveztutorials.com. There's a link in the description. So if you have a song you want to learn or want me to tab out, even if you don't need a lesson for it, let me know and I can start working on it. I would love to build a complete, unimaginable list for one person to tab out. So help me out with that, and I appreciate it very much. See you in the next one.